in regards to self-improvement. It can fix things like low self-esteem, a strong need for validation from others, and also increase your levels of confidence. So today I'm going to show you exactly how to love yourself more. I want you to think about someone that you really like. It can be a celebrity, a family member, a friend, or even a fictional character. For the purposes of this video, I'm just going to use a celebrity that almost everyone likes as an example. I'm going to use Keanu Reeves, the guy from The Matrix and John Wick. Now, what's so special about Keanu other than the fact that he doesn't seem to age? Why do people love him so much? Well, there's a couple of reasons, but personally, what I like most about him is the fact that there's always some story of him going out of his way to help others out. And what's so special about this is the fact that you never hear these stories from his mouth. It's always some stranger on the internet who happened to be there witnessing the good deed that's telling you the story. Which means that Keanu Reeves goes around doing good things all of the time without ever bragging about it. He doesn't do it for validation from other people. He doesn't do it for points on the internet or for the attention. He does it because he genuinely likes being a good person. For example, just a couple of weeks ago, Keanu was on a public plane, and for some reason, the plane had to do an emergency landing, which you can only imagine must be pretty scary. Most of the people on that plane probably thought that they were going to die at one point or another. Luckily for everyone, the plane managed to land safely. No one was injured, but they landed about 100 miles away from their intended destination. So right after they land, instead of just calling a private taxi and going his own way like most other celebrities would, Keanu decides to charter a van. He fills it with as many people from the plane as possible. He pays for the entire ride and has the van drive everyone for 2 hours to their intended destination. And for the entire ride, he's looking up fun facts about the place they landed in, which was Bakersfield, California, and he's playing country music on his phone so that people feel more at ease. Because again, these people just experienced an emergency landing on a plane. So you can only imagine how stressed out and traumatized some of them were. And this is just one example. There are tons of stories of him picking up hitchhikers, hanging out with homeless people, giving up his seat on the subway, and just being an all-around good guy. But you never hear any of these stories from him. You always hear it from someone else. Now, why am I fanboying so hard over Keanu Reeves? What does any of this have to do with learning to love yourself more? Well, if you think about it, it's certain traits that make people so lovable. The reason I like Keanu Reeves is not because he's a celebrity or because I love the Matrix series. I like Keanu because of this specific trait that he has, which again is doing good deeds without bragging about it. And this is where the secret to learning how to love yourself lies. All I would have to do is take this trait and add it to my character, and just like that, I would start loving myself more. If I started doing good deeds and never bragged about it, I would start loving myself more. Because if you start incorporating the favorite traits of people that you admire and love, if you take the reasons why you love them so much and add them to yourself, guess what? You'll start loving yourself more. See, the reason we don't love ourselves is because we have traits that we don't like. Maybe you think you're lazy. Maybe you think you're socially awkward. Maybe you think you're not someone that others can depend upon. If you're like me and you don't like these traits in other people, but you have them in yourself, then of course you're not going to love yourself because you have so many traits about yourself that you dislike. All you need to do is fix this ratio, decrease the amount of traits that you dislike and increase the amount of traits that you like. If you look up to someone because of their bravery, then all you have to do is start doing what you consider to be brave things like taking risks, speaking up for yourself, or standing up for others, and you'll start loving yourself more. If you look up to someone because of how hardworking they are, then all you have to do is start doing what you consider to be hard work, like building habits, making progress in your projects, or hitting the gym, and you'll start loving yourself more. If you look up to someone because they're a social butterfly, then all you have to do is start talking to more people or try to have deeper conversations, and you will start loving yourself more. If you start incorporating the traits of people you look up to and like, you will start loving yourself more. It's that simple. So the next time you see a celebrity or a friend that you admire, ask yourself this: what is it about them that I like so much, and how can I add that trait to my own life so that I can learn to love myself more? Now, if you're wondering what's the hands-down best way to finding good traits to incorporate into your own life, the answer is by reading biographies, by listening to the stories of some of the most successful people in the world and adopting their traits.